and welcome, everyone. Welcome. We've been waiting for you with bated breath. This is our second virtual conference, appropriately titled Reclaiming Our Time and Making Moves. And not just any moves, but we're talking boss moves. We've all been through something in this last year, whether it's that it was an incredible high or a devastating low. We're still here. Between Stop Asian Hate, Black Lives Matter, Indigenous peoples fighting from the very beginning, immigrants like my family from the Caribbean, shout out to St. Kitts and Grenada, still fighting to be seen and heard. This is a testament to our strength, our courage, our convictions, our fortitude, our ability to be resilient in times of change and to endure hardships with grace, class, and fortitude. We do not allow adversities to get the better of us, as we already know we are winning in 2021, hence 2021, because we're already winning. And not only are we winning, but we are out here making boss moves. Shout out to our very own Rachel Scott, who was killing it last week, class of 2015, for truly bossing up and modeling for us what fearlessness and courage looks like. Dare I say, Putin, he wasn't quite ready for all that smoke Rachel was bringing. She brought the pain, and that is only just the beginning for her. The sky is the limit. Well, we sure have a lot to cover over the course of the next 3 days. On our end, we intend to provide food for the soul. We are going to take a few days to do self-care and a few hours of real talk. That is our commitment to you, that we will create a safe space for you to have trusting dialogue in the chat room, all while you get to know me, the EBF staff, your peers, alums, because you know the alums are always representing. And that is a theme throughout conference, that if you're paying attention, you will notice that they are the common red thread, because it can't be a pink thread. It's got to be a red thread for Delta. Ooh. Partner companies and other such supporters, you will have multiple opportunities to network and get to know each other. To that end, let me say this. For those of you that were with us last year, you already know I am a fan and an advocate of us speaking in our first voice. Now, that is not to suggest that our second voice isn't meaningful. It is. And when we have to use our second voice, as sometimes we are wont to do, depending on who our audience is, we get to give them a little flavor. So over the course of these next 3 days, I am giving you permission to speak in your first voice and not your second. And on that note, that means that you're with family. Fortunately and unfortunately, we have learned sometimes to only engage in our second voice, and the extent to which we have to flex and or contort ourselves into pretzels, no bueno. That is not what we will be doing over the course of the 3 days. It is not essential, okay? Okay. You are about to get a sneak peek into our guests' lives, and in doing so, you will connect with them in a real and textured way. Now, because of what we've done to get you here, and because we're bringing you such rich content, you must do something too, because there is no such thing as a free lunch. I want you all to bring your A game and engage in active participation while in the living room, because we are in a virtual living room. That is a requirement. We at EBF know the value of this foundation, and we focus not only on pipelining talent to our corporate partners, but we also believe in getting you personally and professionally developed. You can't have one without the other. That is our true bread and butter. However, as of late, we've decided to ramp it up a notch. We feel compelled to protect you as best we can. That means it's our responsibility to wrap our arms around you and to shield you when we can. Part of that means offering a mental health break. Over the next 3 days, that is exactly what we will be doing. We will be taking care of ourselves. This is, in essence, our Emma world. We want you to be in community with each other and to respect the dissenting points of view in the room, because there's always a dissenting point of view in the room, whoever they may be. And we welcome all perspectives, and we encourage you to use your fingers as your voice in the chat. Speaking of which, it was very much our intention to create this community that we're talking about well before you all even arrived today. So, as Alex mentioned, you all have received your Making Boss Moves swag box, and it was arranged and prepared with love and good energy. We are all about curating experiences for you because it is about the journey and not the destination. Which brings me to highlighting that I need you all to pack your patience over these next 3 days. Technology, as you all already know, can be a gift and a curse, right or wrong. For example, you may see frozen faces, you may see black screens, or you can possibly hear voices and not necessarily know who they belong to. Anything can happen when you're going live, as we are wont to do. Some may be even running late. I mean, this is still real life and things happen. Some may not even have the best Wi-Fi situation going on at home. So just remember to pack your patience and bring compassion and grace with you. Also, please take note that not all of our speakers will be with us over the course of the 3 days. Some are truly getting in and getting out as soon as their panel is over. Some folks actually have to go back to work. Others will be around for the 3 days, but I just needed to share that with you to manage expectations. Should you send a note, should you try to reach out to them one-on-one, and I know they may not respond. Don't take it personally. Charge it to their head and not their heart. They just may not be in conference anymore. However, that's what LinkedIn is for. So let's get to a little bit of action. I'd really like to introduce you to the Emma Bowen team, to our fabulous team. And I'm going to start with Michael Barham, who is our Chief Operating Officer, who's next to Takora in the bubble. We have, you know me in the middle. And then there's Aya Gaspo DeNova, our Vice President of Business Development. Next to her is Crystal Aldape, our Director for Recruitment and Student Communications. Right under her is Gabrielle, but we call her Gabby, our Program Coordinator. Right next to her is Naina Drake. And I should say what they have in common is that they are both alums of the foundation. Wink, wink, you get the message here. On the other end of Naina is Everett Harrison, our Manager, Strategy Operations. And then we have Claribel Nunez, our Dean of Student Affairs. Bringing in the rear is Takora T. McIntyre, who is also an alum class of 2020. In case you didn't know, these are the folks that are making this all possible. They are the reason that we are here. They make the magic happen in building bridges to our partner companies in order to place you all in your respective workplaces. And then they had the nerve to turn around and band together to pull off this 3-day conference. I tell you, there's no rest for the tired and the weary. Okay, let's get to what awaits us today. I call it a little tease and reveal. We're going to start our morning off. We're engaging with Duana, Soweda, and Mike Murray in a round of meditation and movement. I had the pleasure of working with them both while at HBO. Sidebar, you'll quickly learn there's a theme around relationships and networking. So just be careful how you treat people because you never know when you're going to need to lean on them as part of your resources. Okay, Mike was my first trainer back in 2007. And then again in 2017, he left me and pushed me into the arms of another trainer who I affectionately refer to as Damn Duana because she'll make you say Damn Duana at the end of her session. She's no joke. When I say it's a privilege and a joy to have them here with us over the course of the next 3 days, because we heard your feedback last year, and we adjusted accordingly because that's what we do at the foundation. We aim to please. And so while we will not be doing a full day of meditation, movement, and yoga, we will be bringing them to you in the mornings as an option for you to engage. Please understand and appreciate the importance of self-care. And remember, you have to put the mask on you first in order to put it on someone else. After meditation and movement, we're moving into networking, and then Boss Money Moves, which is a panel focused on ad sales, also known as Where's the Money Bag? And then we will have Motivated by Mackie, President and CEO of the Asian Hall of Fame, being interviewed by one of our alums, shout out to Taylor. And then we will delve into stories that matter. Ooh, let's shine a light on them while they speak their truth. And then we'll walk over to hear from our poets in the virtual spoken word lounge. Make sure you listen with a keen ear and get ready to get your snap on because both Zion and Kennedy are bringing the pain. They are really speaking their truth and in their first voice, no less. Clearly, they got the memo. Big up to my risk takers. And then we'll close out the day with tunes from our own DJ Crown, and we'll get to networking. Before I go one step further, I really have to thank our sponsors. At the platinum level, we have our NBCU, Comcast, NBC Universal, and Spectrum. For gold, it's Crown Media, Discovery, and Hearst Television. Silver, Fox television stations, and our supporter, Cox and Lionsgate. We appreciate your support and dedication to the foundation. We know we would not be here without you. All right, time is of the essence. We're running a little shy of that, so I'm gonna jump right in. Alex, take it away to Duana and Mike.